YouTube, how we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of Yo Hoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Tuesday, February 10th, and we have a 4-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and let you know the sides I like, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. Recap yesterday, another solid outing overall. We went 6-4 on the 10-game card. Like I've been saying, there are a lot of trades and injuries heading into the All-Star break, so pretty impressive that we've been able to stack so many units to start February. I'm now 45-24 on every game played. Let's keep the momentum rolling and knock the 4 games out of the park. In our first matchup of the evening, we have the Indiana Pacers in New York taking on the New York Knicks. Knicks are minus 675 on the money line, and the total is 225. At first glance, I want to just say the Knicks are the better team and lay the points, but when I think deeper, there's a good chance this one is somewhat competitive. Granted, half the Pacers squad is out or listed as questionable, but at the same time, they beat the Knicks in a 7-game series just last year, and they did it in 6. We should see Nembhard, Neesmith, and Siakam in the lineup. That's close enough to their playoff squad last year, where I want to grab 12 points. I'll lean to the Pacers plus a 12 as my first selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the LA Clippers in Houston taking on the Houston Rockets. Rockets are minus 300 on the money line, and the total is 213. I haven't loved what I've seen from the Rockets at home recently. They've dropped their last 2 in a row outright against the Hornets and Celtics. They're also just 8-15 against the spread in Houston on the season. It hasn't been a good look. I've been mentioned that I don't trust Amen Thompson as my starting point guard, and sure enough, their offense consistently looks stagnant. It makes sense when the guy who's supposed to set up the offense is averaging 5 assists with 2.5 turnovers to go with it. KD's old, and because we all expect him to carry, the Rockets stay overvalued in Houston. I'm taking the Clippers plus a 8 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks in Phoenix taking on the Phoenix Suns. Suns are minus 340 on the money line, and the total is 228.5. For me, this is probably the toughest game on the board. Devin Booker and Jalen Green are both back in the lineup for Phoenix, so I do believe they should win this game. The problem is a 9-point spread. The Suns have been exceptional at home, but I don't know if adding Book and Jalen Green back into the lineup throws off the rhythm they built over the last couple weeks. This is the healthiest I've seen Dallas in a while, so I'm not rushing to the window to fade them, but if I had to bet it, I'm taking the number 1 team in the league against the spread. They've earned that. Give me the Suns laying the 8.5 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the San Antonio Spurs in Los Angeles taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Spurs are minus 330 on the money line, and the total is 228. The Lakers come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, but no travel as they remain at home. They lost and failed to cover against the Thunder last night, but what's even worse is LeBron ended up playing 36 minutes. You guys know how I feel about the rest of their role players, and considering Luka's already rolled out, they're in big trouble tonight. The Spurs come into this one at full strength. I won't be surprised at all when they win this one by 40. I'm definitely taking the Spurs laying the 9 as my last and final selection. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. 45-24 on every game played in February. Let's keep the momentum rolling. Only 3 days until the All-Star break, so tread lightly, and I'll do my best to try and make sure we have a winning second half of the season. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.